What is going on, everybody? Happy 4th of July. It's not the 4th of July yet, but it is getting kind of close, you know. It is July 2nd. I unfortunately have started to become a little bit sick, and so I'm like, before I completely lose my voice, let me keep up with the holidays and make this video. And what is this video, you may wonder? Just what am I going to do to you all? Here's what it is. It's the 4th. It's an American holiday. So we are going to review and look at my Fisher Space Pen collection, baby. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is a great company. I've always loved them. You know, these Fisher Space Pens I've taken all around the world. I love them. You know, they're super dependable. They're pressurized right at any angle, the whole thing. Yeah, just a great story about a man who NASA didn't fund it, by the way. It was just him. And then later on, NASA and the cosmonauts bought his stuff. That's the real story behind it. But anyway, let's get into it. Booyakasha Fisher Space Pen Cap-O-Matic in the raw brass. I absolutely love this thing. It writes a bunch. The Cap-O-Matic is essentially one of my favorite pens out there, and it is the best one-handed pen by far, just by design, by utility. There are so many things that make this thing the best out of them all. Let me kind of crank down the light a little. Whoop. Let's see, that's too bright. We're blinking again. Yeah, okay. Boom. Nah, hang on. Sorry, gang. Boom. There we go. That's a much better representation of what this sucker looks like. And, you know, I'll turn on the light for other stuff. But anyway, lo and behold, this beautiful brass Cap-O-Matic. I absolutely love it to death. To kind of keep with the American spirit, how could I best describe this? This pen is like the sidearm of all of the other pens. And I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out. Hear me out. You have a capped pen. You have your roller ball, right? Your roller ball requires two hands to use, right? So, you know, you have to take off the cap, post it, and then just start writing. Fountain pen, same thing. Some ballpoints, the same thing. The Fisher Space Pen Bullet for sure, right? You need to have two hands. But this one, just one, and then just you can write. Let me grab us some paper. You can write. Oof. You can write. Take it away, put it back. You can just write so much with the beautiful Fisher Space Pen Cap-O-Matic, and I absolutely love this thing. This here is the raw brass, as we all know, and I am going to do a bit of a review on this awesome Cap-O-Matic, because this is probably one of my favorites. You know, I don't know if it's my favorite Cap-O-Matic. It may take the second place, but I will show you guys first place and explain why I love that thing so dang much. But anyway, yeah, like overall, this is just a super sick Fisher Space Pen Capo. I love it. Okay, let's get into other stuff. So we have this one right here. We have another one. Boom. This sucker is kind of like a solid chrome look. You know, I kind of just saw it one day and I'm like, you know what, I like that. I'm going to take that. And then boom. And so I took it and I just kind of went for it. The refill on this one, I want to see, is this a fine point? Fisher Space Pen, black fine refill. Yep. So this is a very nice fine point. And originally, no, it did not come with a fine point Fisher Space Pen refill. Nevertheless, I wanted to put one in, and do some very fun and very precise writing. Yeah, very big fan of this. The one caveat I will say is if you look right here, if you kind of notice me spinning, some of the friction has kind of left some of these like markings on it, which is very unfortunate. But other than that, a really nice solid grip, a really great writing experience, really fun, very cool. Love it at any angle. It'll keep writing. Super nice, super fun. Okay, so there's another one. Boom. Let's get into another one. This one has my name on it, so again, I'm gonna hold this at like an angle so y'all don't see. But this is pretty much a Cap-O-Matic green with a nice stylus on it. The styluses from Fisher Space Pen work very well, by the way. Yeah, and this was a very nice Christmas present from me folks, and I'm very grateful for it. I think in my original Fisher Space Pen video, like a lot of these have kind of come rather quickly, or no, rather quickly. They've come in recent times, and this actually was one that I had for a long time, but I don't think that I brought it up, so my bad. And I should have showed you guys that one, but I didn't. I guess it just kind of, I don't know, it was in my bag. I forgot to do it. I was lazy. Maybe I didn't want to reach in and grab it or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, here it is now. Boom, boom, boom. Super fun. Metal tip right here. Kind of a nice plastic grip right here. The kind of, I honestly like the plastic grips on these. You know, I feel like with a lot of pen companies, when you go from all metal grips to kind of plastic grips, there is a little bit of notice between, you know, either a drop or, in some rare cases, a rise in quality. But with Fisher Space Pens, I don't feel like that's the case. I actually think that they do a really good job here. Yeah, and so I think that their plastic grips are really great, you know. Not only that, but there was this one Cap-O-Matic that I saw that I was considering buying, and it was super cheap on Amazon, like $13.50, which for a Cap-O-Matic, that's very, very cheap, which is super, super cool, you know. And there was there was a review from a lady who said that her husband's like black half plastic half metal Cap-O-Matic, so kind of built like this, they were like truckers or something, and her husband accidentally dropped it and like left it at a gas station, and they came back and like they realized it had been run over like at least one time, but it still held up, which I think is really impressive. So you know, like looks can be deceiving. These suckers are made to last. And speaking of other plastic Cap-O-Matics, I got this puppy right here. Booyakasha, booyakasha. And so I visited San Diego a time ago, and I got this at the San Diego Air and Space Museum. Aside from this one, they have other plastic Cap-O-Matics in green, black, red, blue, whatever. But in terms of insignia and engraving, oh boy, let me get that to focus. You really need to get the white one. You know, you can't get any of the other ones. Can't get the black one, can't get the blue or the red or the, like, the green or anything like that. Like, it has to be this one right here. And so, yeah. But yeah, a very, very cool design, and I wanted to pick it up for that reason. Let me go ahead and just recenter this. Boom, there we go, San Diego Air and Space Museum. That's a fun little spaceship. Boom, that's a little biplane. And yeah, and, you know, just a really, really fine addition to my collection. And if you know, you know. Anyway, going into another Cap-O-Matic, we kind of get into the more Cerakote versions. I actually have two of these. This one is actually from my previous video. And this sucker right here is the Fisher Space Pen Cerakote in flat dark earth gray, and I need to get that to focus, so I apologize. There we go, much better. Oh, that is an action shot. This pen is just really, really nice. It's extremely grippy, and this pen right here, of all my Cap-O-Matics, this would be the one that I would kind of trust weirdly at any like tough like blue collar place that I'm at, like, or that sounded weird. This is the one that I would honestly risk it with, you know, because like, look, all my space pens, even though yes they're designed to go out, and yes I've taken them out a bunch, if I was like in the middle of something and it's like, yo, you need to come and like you know, do like a day's work and like carpentry or like whatever, we need to go look at this thing and, you know, grab a pen to like write something down. It's like, this guy has the right grippiness. He has, you know, he's pressurized. He's really, really great. And if I lose him, would this be tragic? Of course. But at the same time, like all of these guys right here, if I lost any of them, I'd honestly be kind of sad. But I'd still be sad if I lost this one, you know? I'd still be really sad. But like, this is also kind of the designated like sacrifice a little bit. I'm like, all right, FDE, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go out there. You're gonna make that sacrifice, and if you don't come back, we salute you. We love you. And so boom. So anyway, yeah, that is my flat dark earth. Okay, but look, for the record, I still love this thing to death. You know, it's super great. And then probably my favorite Cap-O-Matic, what I think is the coolest looking out of all of them, is this beautiful Cerakote Cap-O-Matic in tungsten. Let me actually put some light on that. Let me put some more light on that. You guys see that? No, light's kind of distorting it a little bit. Jeez Louise, I'm gonna need a new light now. Anyway, but boom, this is a really nice gray color. Like, I like it a whole lot. I think it's really, really good. Yeah, by far one of my favorites. It's also extremely grippy. Dare I say a little more grippy than this one and this one, you know? But man, it's just, it's a good looking capo. I think that I put a bold refill in it. Is that bold? No, that's a medium. I know somewhere in here we have a nice Fisher Space Pen bold refill. I don't know which one it's in right now. I'll probably have to look around, pay a little more attention to the ones that I click. Let's see. Oh, there it is right there. Boom, that's in 1.1. Yeah, so it is in a very nice namesake pen. Anyway, cool. But yeah, that writes super well. It's very, very smooth, by the way. Which, like, most, if not all Fisher Space Pens come in a very solid, like, black medium. For some reason, this one right here from the San Diego Air and Space Museum said that that it was coming in a black ink, but instead it just showed up in, like, a blue ink. And I was like, okay. Because the truth is, I have a lot more black refills than I do blue, so anytime I can get a free blue, I'm not exactly going to protest it. I'm like, actually, that's kind of cool. Okay, cool. And so, yeah. And so, boom. So, yeah. So, like, these pens are really cool. This is my entire Cap-O-Matic. I have, like, 6 of them. And, yeah, I mean, I just genuinely really love them. I think that they're, like, a ton of fun. Again, this is, like, such a good design. Like, this, I mean, again, it is by far, like, the #1 best one-handed pen, which, yeah, it is. And it's such a great design. I've been such a big fan of it. When I do my tactical pen video, I will kind of bring these back in and talk about, you know, different, like, ways to apply them. You know, how, you know, it is the sidearm of pens, where, like, and again, I'm only saying this stuff because, you know, it's the 4th of July and we all love Rambo and stuff, right? But, you know, when Rambo's, like, when his, what's it called? When, like, his like, M16 or something, like, runs out of bullets, and he has to go for his pistol or his revolver or, like, whatever, right? It's like, boom, he pulls it out, and he only needs to use one hand. And that, symbolically, is what these guys are like. You know, it's the sidearm of the whole pen industry. But anyway, that is a really weird analogy. I'm sorry. Sorry if that's weird. I just, you know, I don't know, I just kind of want to be a little, like, playful with it. Anyway, okay, so, Cap-O-Matics aside, let's get into another one that is very practical in a very different kind of way, and that is the Fisher Space Pen Bullet. Now, this right here is the brushed chrome, and I love it a lot, you know? It looks really good, super smooth, it's just like boom, 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 you know, you take it, you write with it. In my opinion, I feel like the bullets are a little more stable compared to these Cap-O-Matics, you know, because again, like, even though the Cap-O-Matics are an easier deployment, a lot more, admittedly, a lot more clicky and a lot more fun, it's like, these bullets are still very, very cool too, and the fact that, you know, it's just like one little motion where, you know, you pull it off, you stick it on, it's like, you don't have to click it, you know, and you can just sit there and, like, write with it and, like, enjoy it and stuff. And it's also just, you know, naturally very top heavy, you know, because this part right here is going to be hollow. So that's really nice. So, you know, you just have a very nice, not top heavy, but a very nice tip heavy, pen that just writes really, really, really well. And that's something that I think is just really, really, cool about it. Not only that, but it's insanely compact. So, you know, you can take it and slip it into a pocket. I know some people kind of like it when the bullet doesn't have any, when the bullet doesn't have any clip. I personally like it when all my pens have clips. You know, like even on my Studio Neat Mark I, like I threw a clip on there because I wanted it to have a clip, you know, so, I mean, sue me, right? But anyway, yeah. And so, like, again, it's very sturdy. There are, like, no moving parts. And so, you know, it just gives it a great feel of, like, reliability and stuff. And again, this is the brushed chrome. And I got this recently, and I've just really been enjoying it. It's insanely smooth. It's insanely nice. And I highly recommend to all people. So anyway, cool. So boom. We're gonna put that over there. We're probably just gonna put the bullets all around here because, oh, romantically, there's only 4 of them. So how about that? Boom, here's the next one. This is the blue bullet, and this is also very, very nice. I got this recently as well. I got a little clip on it, and yeah, and I believe that this is called the Blueberry Blue or something like that, and I think that that's just a really cute name. I'm like, okay, cool. I feel like this chrome part right here might be a little grippier than the chrome part over here, and overall, it's just a very, very nice design too. In fact, there are, man, there was this one dude who I was actually thinking about like re-gifting this one to, and this one as well, but which it was my friend, but I just decided, you know what, like let me like give them these these Sarasa Grands, because I had remembered that I'd actually already given him a Fisher Space Pen bullet, and so I was like, yeah, let me just give him like a Sarasa Grand, because now he has a nice gel pen too. So anyway, boom, we'll put that up there. Booyakasha. And then we have another Cerakote. This is the Fisher Space Pen Bullet Cerakote in Tungsten Gray. So this too is also related to this one right here. And I think that this is like one of 2 coatings that is, you know, repeated within my collection, you know. And again, it's just very, very sturdy. This is by far, I feel, the grippiest bullet between like all 4 of them. And yeah, and so it's very, very well done. It's very nice. I think it's super cool. As you can see here though, oh boy, really need to get that focused. Let me, hang on. Oh jeez, you gotta be kidding me. Oh boy, hang on, I made it way worse. I'm sorry guys. Right here, I don't know that you guys can really see it, but like, oh boy. Yeah, I'm still getting started with the new disc setup. But anyway, there is a little bit of kind of a line right here where this cap goes on, and it makes this puppy, hang on, I'm really trying to get it to focus. Oh boy. And it pretty much like makes this puppy like a little bit sort of like dented, or the finish looks a little bit like worn on here. And so let me see if I can just get that to kind of focus in a little bit more. There it is. Yeah, so oh boy. Come on. Well, anyway, okay, I'm not gonna try and like fight this all day, but anyway, yeah, so there's just a little bit of that finish kind of going on where it does look a little bit strange, but other than that, it's honestly not too bad. That I'd say that's probably like the only like thing from one of the bullets that I have seen, is that just some of that friction has kind of worn it down just a little bit. In fact, you can see it better right here. You can kind of see that line right there. It might be a little hard to pick up, but let me just get some more. Yeah, there we go. Boom. This line right here is kind of from the posting of the cap. But anyway, yeah. So, all right, let me shut these off again. No, actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna keep those on. Okay. Now we have another bullet. This is probably my most beat up one. It's really beat up, but you know, it's also really fun too. And I've just genuinely enjoyed this thing. This is a black bullet right here. Yeah, it's like it has some scrapes right here. It has a bunch of dents all over it. Like it's honestly, it honestly has been a little bit, here, let me just shut this off. There we go. There we go, that's much better. It's just been really through the woods, you know, right here, bunch of chipping right here, and then that's probably the worst of it right there. What happened was I took this part away, and I took this this lower part and I shoved it into the cap, and that made a vacuum. And I'm like, well, that's not great. And so I took pliers and I literally just like ripped it out. But in so doing, a bunch of coating went wrong, and I was like, oh, it's brutal. But yeah, but anyway, I absolutely love this guy for all the damage he's taken, which this is, this isn't the black armor Cerakote. This is just the regular matte black bullet right here. And you know, this guy really is just an absolute player, because he's just taken so many hits and he's like, nope, I'm still going. It's no problem. I will keep on keeping on. And he absolutely does. And he's just a really, really great pen for that, you know, and yeah, just really, really nice. So boom, so there's that one. I'm going to set that right there. And so, okay, so here we have the entire Cap-O-Matic and bullet collection, 6 Cap-O-Matics and 4 bullets. Wow, I have 12 space pens. Okay, and that is pretty cool. And yeah, and so these guys obviously make up the vast majority. There are 2 other space pens though that I really have enjoyed that I would also just like to show you guys right now. So this right here, and I usually like to keep this with a nice fine blue point because it fits the color, because this right here is the blue Fisher Space Pen Backpacker. And for a long time, before I had discovered the Cap-O-Matic, I was actually looking for this backpacker with a stylus and a clip, because I absolutely loved this grip, and I thought that it wrote super well. And to this day, I actually still think it writes super well. And, you know, I'll still get it out and just write with it and take notes and stuff and really just enjoy life, you know. But I guess, you know, kind of putting it on the chain and stuff, the one thing that kind of bothers me about it is it doesn't have a clip. And to be completely fair to it, like, it has stayed on the chain. Like, I've never, you know, looked down and boom, it's gone, and now I don't know where things are. It's like, it actually is very, very just, you know, super solid. It's not going to go anywhere. And so for that, you have to give it credit. One time I dropped it into the pocket with my keys, and casualties, my friend, casualties. But yeah, some of these are scraped up, this guy, and even this Cap-O-Matic right here, this nice tungsten gray one, it's also scraped up, but you know, it's nothing too crazy. And so yeah, so boom, so that is the backpacker. I highly recommend that for campers. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Anyway, so yeah, let me just straighten that one out. Cool. Here is the one that started it all, one that I got free at that one event that I talked about last time. And that is this beautiful Fisher Space Pen, a bullet stylus. You know, it has a really nice stylus. It's meant to be just a much, you know, fancier version compared to all the other ones. Its closest relative, I would say, is this one, because it's a bullet too. Difference is it just doesn't have the stylus and stuff. And, you know, this is a matte black finish. This does not. And so anyway, but yeah, really nice, really fun. I love to just scroll on my phone with both this one and that one and just really enjoy life. I got a nice clip for it. It has a really nice rubber grip. Absolutely love it. I'm just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like legit, it's just legitimately a super, super fun and a super, super awesome pen. You know, and yeah, you know, it rides super well, and it's super cool, and yeah, no, I love it a lot. And so yeah, so these right here, this right here is my Fisher Space Pen collection. Let me go ahead and just adjust that. Boom. Looks super cool. I kind of wonder if I could make like an American flag with it. I'm not gonna try it, but if I manage to, I might post it. But anyway, yeah, this is just, I just thought I would kind of, you know, line them up and kind of decorate just to show you guys. We're gonna get a little thumbnail picture in 3, 2, 1. There we go. And yeah, overall, just a very fun collection. I'm very blessed to have this. Yeah, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I apologize if I sounded a little tired or a little coarse. I'm honestly just coming down with something. And that is honestly really tough for me right now, because I'm in the middle of studies and stuff. And, you know, I haven't been stressed at all, but sometimes I just get sick, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, so yeah, in closing, though this was recorded on the 2nd, I just want to say happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and yeah. Alrighty, well, happy 4th. God bless America, and yeah, take care, guys.